And here we are, welcome. I've got a videographer with me today. I'm Bradley Charbonneau, and this is the Repossible podcast and Thursday Thunder, my Repossible YouTube channel. And I had a plan about what I was going to talk about today, but I'm going to change it because I have my videographer here with me, and we have Pepper. There's Pepper. Pepper the Pep. So, we just did a sound test. I think we're pretty good. We're in this forest. It's very magical and enchanted, and we just had some helicopters come over. So here we go. Ready for the topic for today? Here's my topic. I'm gonna talk to my videographer, and he has to record me, so he has to listen. I love it. That's Luca. He's 17. So here we go. Ready? All right, we gotta walk. We gotta walk. We have sun. I can see the light. So if I were 17, here's a video. What are you walking? If I were 17, I want to talk to my 17-year-old self. So I'm gonna tell him a story. Are you coming? And so what would I tell my 17-year-old self? Or what would I tell him? Or what is my grand wisdom that I have in my years of experience? And what would I then share with him? What would I want to know when I was 17 so that now I can give to him? What would that be? So I've written all these books. I've written 34 books. Usually my ideas go into books. So which one, if I had to choose only one that I'm going to give him in the next 4 minutes, what would it be? And the answer is super easy, super clear. It's super obvious for me. It's meditate. Now, if you follow my work at all, you'd think that's not your most popular book, Bradley. Or you'd say well, you always talk about create and every single day and habits, and you don't have to, and intermittent fasting. If you check out the intermittent fasting one, it's also step 2 is meditate. Oh, jungle. Oh, big tree. So why then would I choose for a 17-year-old meditate? Why would that be my advice on, hey, what should I do? How can it help me with my studies? Or how can I get more clarity on what I'm doing? Or what should I do? How do I know? How do I learn? What do I do? And for me, the answer is meditation. Now, when I was 17, I couldn't even spell meditation. I don't know what it was. Back then, it was much more like woo-woo than it is now. Now it's more sort of accepted. And so my strategy, it's the same 3 phases that I have in many of the Repossible work. It's clarity, courage, and confidence. So meditation itself and how to do it is kind of a big topic. But it's one of those things, once you know, once you practice, once you've done it, and you're like, I see the light. And you kind of actually really do see the light. But how does that help me? You're talking about clarity and courage and confidence. How do I get those things? So number 1, clarity. You're going to get clarity because we're going to adjust your frequency away from the frequency of the everyday chaos and craziness and busyness and social media and school and friends and everything. And we are going to adjust our frequency to a level where we are then connected with, there's a lot of words for this, but higher self, with our better self, with our simpler, big thing. How do we connect with that? How do we connect with the clarity of our own higher self? So that's really our goal in meditation. And if you're worried about I can't sit still, or I can't, move to Nepal and wear an orange jumpsuit and shave my head and be a monk, that's okay. Because it's really just about giving yourself some, like this. This could easily be meditation here. And it's finding some peace. You're not going to be bothered. I'm happy to talk more about how to do meditation. I've been doing it for a solid 8 years, almost every single day. And it is the one thing that has changed my life the most. So, clarity, number 1. You're going to get clarity on sort of, what am I supposed to do? What do I do? How do I know what to do? And you're going to think, wait a minute, but I'm meditating and it's just me. How am I going to find the answer? Do I know the answer? And I would say yes, because the answer, as they tend to say, the answer lies within. And so finding the answer within yourself is how to find the answer. So if you think that the answer lies within, then all you got to do is sort of let it come to you. That's clarity. Part 2 is courage. We have clarity, courage, confidence. We're going to get the courage. So if the clarity lets you know what I'm supposed to do, the courage is going to help you do it. And you're going to get that courage. You're going to get more courage thanks to that clarity. If you have the clarity, I know what to do, or I know who I am, or I know where I'm heading, then the courage just got a whole lot easier. Because now you say, before you said, well, I'm scared to do it, partly because you don't know what to do. But if you can get that clarity, then that can give you the courage to help you do it. So number one is, what am I supposed to do? And number two is, do it. So with the clarity from the meditation, through that, we're going to get courage. And in that state, in that meditative state, you have more energy, you have more connection, the frequencies are more connected, more aligned to your greater self, or that greater self is also, wait for it, number three, confident. So we know better what to do. We're going to have the energy to do it, the courage to do it, and that's going to give us the confidence to then finish it, right? So we have that clarity, courage, confidence. The confidence is we're going to get from the courage because we're doing it. And even if we fail or we bomb, we know how to then get our clarity back and do our courage again. So it's a revolving cycle, like a cyclone that builds and builds and builds. And if you think, oh, hey, I succeeded, clarity, courage, confidence with a small thing, awesome. Then build that again and level it up and take it to the next level. So, clarity, courage, confidence. I'm happy to talk more about how to do meditation. One of my favorites is Joe Dispenza. That's who I've been following for years. He's very scientific and mathematical and logical about it. He can go total woo-woo if you want, but he's really analytical about it all. So if you're wondering or doubting all of this, you can go check out some of his work and see that it can be very, because there's like passive meditation and active meditation. Passive is, in my opinion, is sort of like sitting there waiting to stop thinking about what you need to buy at the supermarket, whereas active is more, I have a goal, I have a mission, I'm going to do this thing in my meditation, I'm going to focus on this thing, and I'm going to sort of accomplish it. So that's my message to a 17-year-old as to how can I get more clarity, courage, and confidence. And my answer is really meditation. That's the simplest answer and the most powerful answer, and it's the one that I wish I had when I was 17, because that is the one thing that has absolutely transformed my life in so many ways, countless ways, and unbelievable changes and unbelievable improvements that I never would have expected. Or one little bonus point about meditation, it's the unexpected. Like if you plan 1, 2, 3, that's great. Like I like to say A to B to C, A to B to SEE, A to B to C. So that's my plan, that's meditation. We're gonna keep walking. Come on, Pepper, we got other dogs coming, got things to do, place to go. That's my message to my 17-year-old self, but also to my 17-year-old son, is what can I do to get more clarity in my life? And it's meditate. And I'm happy to talk more about it, how to do it, happy to show you, to have lessons on it, to have workshops, anything you'd like. But that would be the one thing that I could give you from here on out, from this day forward. What is that one secret trick? And that's it. All right, this has been Thursday Thunder, Repossible podcast. Whoa. And I've made it. I haven't fallen once.